What's good? What's good? What's good? What's up, KT family? Salute to you guys. What's happening? What's happening? What's good, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. Hey, happy Saturday to you guys. Salute to you. What's up, y'all? Just making sure everything is good for the live. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys have had a good week. We back at it again, baby. Tell me where you guys are viewing from in the comment section. Don't forget, make sure you guys like the stream. It really helps push this vital information out to others who are looking to move to Vietnam, get the real deal, the raw from Vietnam and from information is what I'm trying to say. All right. So nice to see you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Saturday, happy Friday to you guys. So we're gonna dive right into it, man. I'm not gonna keep you guys here long, but again, you guys, if you guys have any questions, if you have any questions while we're on the live, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 6,000 subscribers, man. So legit, let's go, baby. I appreciate all the support to you guys watching all the videos, hitting the like button on all the videos, and commenting on the videos. I see you. I see you. So appreciate it, man. Don't forget to like this stream too, though. All right. Salute to you guys. Appreciate it, man. All right. So what we gonna talk about today is why expats leave Vietnam so fast and how you guys can thrive here. All right. There's multiple ways where you guys can thrive here. And what I want to talk about is it's not Vietnam. It's your plan. It's people have more so now in 2026. There's been a spotlight on Vietnam at this point, and what I want to tell you guys is like, yes, Vietnam is like that. All right. You guys right now are getting into Vietnam. They're at the bottom of their plan. Okay, their 2035 plan. All right, 2045 plan, excuse me. So if you guys are getting here now, you guys are seeing the foundation being built within Vietnam. So this is why I keep trying to tell you guys and telling you guys in real life when we meet is that if you can get here and you want to live here on and off, it doesn't matter if you live here 6 months on, go back home, make some bread, 6 months off. But if you can be here long term and you are a single man and you are a single woman, it would benefit you to put some roots here now because after 2030, this place is going to go bananas, like for real, for real. So if you guys, whatever you guys, your businesses are out there, whether you are a professional, whatever, in your home country, you should have the mindset of coming to Southeast Asia or coming to Vietnam in particular and putting down your practice here. Okay. This is why I really focus on expat life and real situations, real life situations and experiences because it doesn't behoove anyone to just talk about the good stuff and leave out all the real stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do here. All right. So this is, again, I'm not here to bash Vietnam at all. I'm here to get you guys give you guys insight and an opportunity to set a plan. All right, set a plan right now. Okay, no matter. I mean, if you just want to get here and then just figure it out, by all means, cool. I have a relocation business that can help you with that. Okay, but if you have time to plan, that's the best strategy that I will always tell my people is that plan because Vietnam, regardless, can and will swallow you up if you come here and you don't have a plan. All right. So shout out to Vietnam. You guys, Vietnam is a great place, man. But you got to get the nitty gritty. Just saying. All right. So again, this live is not going to be about doom and gloom. Okay, that's not my channel. All right, so let me pull up my handy dandy. Forgive me here. There we go. Let me get this out the way. I appreciate you guys rocking with me and joining me. All right, so again, the real reason people stay and they leave fast is because their expectations are trash. Okay. Yes, Vietnam is affordable, but however, you need to come here and assimilate. Okay, so I hope that this live will show you that. All right. So let me define thrive. Okay. Let me define thrive. All right. I'm talking about having stable money. Okay. Wherever that money comes from, having stable money. All right. Having a routine. Okay. It's important, man. It's important. All right. Having a support system here, not necessarily abroad, because when you get here, you're gonna realize that yeah, your people abroad can just send you money, but it's going to be important for your mental health here to surround yourself with people who not necessarily are like-minded, but understand your plight and understand your situation. All right. So we're defining thrive right now. Okay. How to thrive in here in Vietnam. So that again, stable money, having a routine, make sure you have that support system here. And the most important thing is having low daily stress. Not a lot of YouTubers I hear talk about that. The stress of living here is much less than your home country, but it still exists here, right? It's not all sunshines and butterflies, okay, or rainbows or whatever, however that goes, you know. But it's not all that. Yes, you're gonna have more peace here, but it's it's different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to put that. So again, having low daily stress will give you forward momentum here. Okay. Let me define leaving fast. We burn out, man. Like if you're a teacher and you're watching this, you understand, and you teach here in Vietnam, you understand what I'm about to say. You can burn out because there's so many opportunities here for you. And I don't know if you understand that, but yes, you can burn out from doing this and yes, saying yes here, saying yes there, saying yes here, saying yes there, and then you put all this commitment onto yourself. On the other hand, if you're a teacher and you have employment here, if you can say yes to the cows run out and you can find yourself working 7 days a week. All right. Yeah, you make good money, but you need time. You need to have that time here. So understand that yes, there's hella opportunities right now here, but you can't take all of them. Okay? Because you need the mental. Okay? Remember, you left your home country because you wanted some peace, right? Right? So understand you don't have to do everything. Okay? You can say no. It's okay. It's okay to say no here. Okay? That's why it's important to have a plan. Have a 2 to 3 months, or let's say 4 months worth of a cushion, and that is assuming that you have stable income every month coming in. Okay? So if you have that, then you're good, man. You're good. You can take your time and live that vacation life, that lifestyle, being an expat, right? And working, right? Meaning you can work part-time, okay? So burnout, visa stress, okay? Believe it or not, it's not the easiest to go back and forth. It's not fun, unless you're doing it for a holiday. Like for someone like myself who actually is on a routine, has a schedule, and is busy, it's an inconvenience because you have to stop everything you're doing and then you have to go. Okay, that gets stressful. All right. Then if you are working and you don't have a cushion, all right, 2 to 3 month or 4 month worth of cushion, then that money panic, man, you will panic. Trust. You're so far away from home. Okay. This is why it's important to talk to someone here who's doing what you want to do, and move your pride out of the way and talk to someone who's doing it. I'm just saying, man. All right. It'll save you thousands of dollars and so much time. Okay. You can't get time back. All right. So again, if you don't come here with a money plan, that's good luck. All right. It's only a matter of time. All right. You got to prepare for it. The reason why they leave also is because of isolation. All right. No one really I hear talking about this is that it is isolating when you come here and when you're starting to get your feet wet. Yeah, you meet people along the way. And believe it or not, you know how it is, bruh. You know how it is. You meet people and then you get their information, you talk to them, you guys message back and forth, and then you don't hear from each other for months, right? You have to make effort in order to do that, right? And most of us expats really don't have that time. I mean, we have families, we have to we're hustling, right? There's opportunity here, right? So we're hustling on the back end, right? And doing YouTube and doing business and you know what I mean? So unfortunately, sometimes you got to pick, man. You got to pick like, do I want to hang out and build my friendships, or do I want to do business? You can do both, mind you, you can do both, but 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be the same, right? You're going to have friends from sporting, you're going to have friends from your sports, you're going to have people from work, you're going to have people from business, you're going to have people from YouTube, you're going to have people, I mean, whatever you are, whatever you do, right? That's the reality here, okay? So, not everybody commingles, all right? So, again, you'll find yourself by yourself alone most of the time. Okay. You got to be prepared for that. All right. You got to have like an isolation plan, right? It's cool. It's cool if you work because then that gives you a routine. And then that isolation still, it minimizes, right? That's a lot of the reason why a lot of expats here work because of the isolation aspect. Okay. Keep that in mind, man. All right. And then last but not least, the constant friction, right? That constant fucking grind on your brain of um, why do Vietnamese do this the way they do this, and why? It's not a complaint. It's just you could do things here. You could do things more efficient, right? Um, that's that's the way they do it. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? But it's getting better, right? It is getting better. So you have to take that into account as well. Is that it's it they're in their infancy stages, man. They're in their infancy stages of growth, like massive growth, and you can feel it. This is why a lot of you guys are coming here. Okay, these are the reasons why people thrive here, right? And then they leave and then they take off, right? I'm just saying the the study shows that people leave only stay in Vietnam a minimum of 1 year, minimum probably max 3 years, max. That's the reality. If they make it to 2 years. Yes, it's cool in the first year. It's all new. So that first year, you can knock that out real quick. The second year, it's like, okay, what am I doing here? Right? Most of you guys are like, what am I doing here? Right? The third year, you're like, I'm kind of over this shit. Right? That's like 85% of you guys. Okay. The rest of us are like, we go through it. We say the same shit, but we're like, I see I see the other opportunity. I see beyond the mountain, right? That's the difference between people who thrive and people who leave quick because it doesn't say that it doesn't bother us, but it we understand that they're growing. They're growing, bro. You know? I mean, think about it. Think about that, man, you know? All right. So this is what we're gonna talk about. All right. Expectation and identity. Two, money reality and lifestyle math. I'm gonna talk about it. Three, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna go deep diving in this stuff. Community, loneliness, and we're gonna talk about dating and relationships here. Segment four, systems that you need to have in your everyday life. Man, you gotta have discipline here because it is absolutely imperative as a man, because we have, uh, as a foreign man, we have the power to attract a lot of women, okay? But it's up to you and your discipline to pick one and stick with it if you like it, and obviously the right one, right? But then make that thrive. Make that thrive. It's possible, man. There's guys doing it every day here. Seriously, you can do it for real, for real. All right. A culture fit as well. All right. Not everybody's going to be a culture fit for Vietnam, right? It's an acquired taste. Okay. And then we're the last segment we're gonna do talk about city choices, and then I'm gonna prepare you guys for your first 90 days here. All right. That's the key. That's the key. Your first 90 days. If you can make your first 90 days solid, you're gonna be find a neighborhood, find some, few expat friends that you can hang out with. If you're lucky enough, find a girl, but don't lean on that, right? Let it happen naturally, and then you're gonna be more successful in dating. If you happen to if you happen to try to push it, meaning go online and finding girls, it's just a matter of time before you find a cray cray. You know what I mean? And cray cray mean crazy. Okay. All right, let's get into it, man. So, expectations and identity, man. So, again, people don't like when you come to Vietnam, you're different, okay? Vietnam is attracts people who are have just we're just different, man. We like the Wild Wild East aspect of like the lawlessness aspect, but even though we don't do anything, it's just, well, most of us don't. But um, it's nice that I came from a place where it's a police state where you can't even fucking take a shit without getting a ticket. Here, you can at least, finesse and not, excuse me, that's the wrong word. You can you can you can pay a little bit of coffee money, I'll just say. Pay a little bit and then get on your way. You can't do that in the West, right? And so I like that aspect, right? And you're helping people. I know, okay, I know. Don't pay the money, but it's it's either get a ticket or don't, and get your bike impounded or don't. You know what I mean? These are the things you can negotiate and that are flexible, and I like that flexibility, right? I like the fact that you don't always have to, there's no freaking credit checks that you have to do in order to get a job, get an apartment, get a this, get a that, get a that. I like that in Vietnam, okay? But then there's the other side of it, man, is that it, there's a lot of, and I'm picking my words carefully, there's a lot of laziness that goes on in Vietnam, right? And that is because that's the way they've been doing things. So you have to understand these things, right? They don't move like we're accustomed to, right? They move like, right? And then you're like, bro, sometimes they move like, and then 5 minutes later, you know what I mean? So you have to adjust, okay? Vietnam's not going to adjust to you. You must make the adjustment and be okay with that, right? That's the difference between someone who thrives and someone who is like, I'm out of here and just leaves, all right? Your expectation, people do not leave Vietnam. They leave the version they imagined, okay? Exactly. So don't come here with, you know, crazy expectations, man, because YouTubers said so. Okay. Um, Again, like I said last week in my live, fuck with people who do what you want to do and are an example of what you are hoping to do. Talk to those people. Okay. If you want to have a wife here, talk to someone who has a wife, right? Get some advice on that, right? If you want to be a teacher, talk to someone who's being a teacher right now. If you want to find a house that you want to live in and not just an apartment, find out who's living in the house, go talk to them. I mean, here it's all about this. Okay, more so than the money you have. Okay, it, the money you have, and it's a little bit underneath, but I'm just saying. Okay, again, you have to reset your ideas of what you think you want. You just have to. This is Southeast Asia, guys. This is not the West anymore, right? Now they have some things that are cool, but you are a beginner. No matter how old you are. I had to start over. You're gonna have to start over, right? And what scares a lot of you guys is the language barrier, right? What scares a lot of you guys is it's hard to get some ass, right? That's because you don't know what you're doing, okay? You have to talk to people who know what the fuck they're doing, okay? Once you get in, I'm telling you guys, once you get in, you're gonna be like, I never would have imagined. Like, this place is dope. Shh, don't tell nobody. Okay? You gotta know what you're doing. All right? So, the fast test. Moving towards something or running from something. This is when you guys, I don't know, maybe you have baby mama back home who's trying to get child support from you. I don't know. Maybe you're running. I don't know. But Vietnam is not the place you want to run to. Just gonna tell you, man. There's a hella AI cameras here, and a lot of CCTV everywhere. So don't, like I said before, if you have some shit, clean it up, and then, come on through. All right. Let me see. I got some comments here. Let me see what we got. Da, da, da. All right, first comment. It's Pooh. What's up, Pooh? Salute to you, my boy. It's Pooh says, I've been waiting on this one. Yes, 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 yes. Thanks for the comment, man. I appreciate you, my brother. Uh, Divinex says, thank you for this. Vietnam from Da Nang to Saigon is developing fast. I'm not sure if they want the cheap travelers or long-term visa residents. I think they'll eventually phase those types out. Yeah. I mean, Vietnam has already made it perfectly clear that they want the long-term visa resident, but they want both. Let's be honest. They want a long-term, like they're kind of 50-50 on the long-term visa residents. Let me walk that back. They are um like they don't know if they want a long-term residence yet. Because again, let me give you an example. Because us long-term residents end up spending like Vietnamese. We end up spending our money like Vietnamese, right? So in the end, like we start out spending hella bread, but then once you know the game, once you know what you're doing, then you become a Vietnamese and you're spending. For the most part, your spending comes down drastically, is what I'm trying to say. Still more than probably a local Vietnamese would spend, but way less than a tourist would spend. So um, they're still kind of iffy about the long-term residents. Obviously, if you have ties here, a wife and all that, I'm not talking to you. If you're contributing, paying taxes, all that stuff, I'm not talking to you guys. All right. But as far as like the golden visa that they want, yeah. For us, they want their selected long-term residents. But as far as like cheap travelers, they want the mid-tier to luxury travelers. And so the cheap traveler, mm, Vietnam's gonna be cheap or affordable because of the locals, not because of us, right? That's why you're seeing a bunch of pockets right now. Da Nang, Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi, Quy Nhon, who else is Vung Tau is getting more expensive, Phu Quoc Island's getting more expensive. So there are pockets of areas in Vietnam that are like drastically high fung, drastically higher in cost of living than you would pay in some parts of Ho Chi Minh City, which is supposed to be the highest. in the highest cost of living in Vietnam is here. Okay, so if you can go anywhere else, cool. Anywhere else outside of the bigger cities, you're gonna be spending less than I do. Okay, so yeah, yeah, I think that the backpacker was gone post COVID, for a post COVID. But it's always going to be because Vietnam is known as like a budget friendly, travel destination. So it's always going to be that. But we'll see, man. I'm curious, man. Prices are still low. You can still find really affordable places. Vietnam's not going to all of a sudden become Thailand, right? But in the next 10 years, 10 years from now, Vietnam won't be as affordable as it is right now. So consider yourself lucky if you find yourself here in Vietnam, man. Appreciate the comment, brother. He says hustle, yes sir. Um, I'm considering my options to move there, yes sir. Appreciate the comments, brother. Appreciate it. Ispu says I'm more than considering at this point. Korea burned me out. Yeah, I've heard that, man. I have family that lives in South Korea, and yeah, I see what it did to him, and I don't want no business. It reminds me of living in the U.S., but obviously it's Asian and Korean, but they're hard. I heard they're real difficult and hard on the people there. So, and it's real vain, real superficial. So, yeah, come to Vietnam, bro. You're gonna be like this, chilling. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it, Pooh. Let's see. Divine X says Vietnam offers the luxury and there's a massive economic boom for career opportunities. Facts. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, like I will always tell you in every single video, I'm trying to show you guys that, as I experience things, and I'm trying to show you real deal, and that's what I've been trying to do for the last 2 years. I'm telling you, this place is booming. All right. As once I start to see the locals uh, coming up, like the masses, that's when I know Vietnam has arrived. But until then, yeah, nah. Thanks for it, man. Appreciate the comment. Korea and Vietnam has the hustle bustle culture. Yeah. Well, Ho Chi Minh City has the hustle culture. I mean, Vietnam, they're hustlers all over the place. Don't get me wrong, but it's on another level when it comes to Ho Chi Minh City. So yeah, thanks for the comment, man. I appreciate it. Grinding is the culture there. Both places aren't cheap. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're talking about Vietnam, Vietnam is pretty affordable, man. I'm not gonna lie. Even here in Ho Chi Minh City, it's still affordable. I mean, I rent a 4 level house. I mean, you guys have seen the video. 4 level house for what? $418 a month? Come on now. That's affordable, bro. So let's go. You know what I mean? It's going to be affordable for a while. And this is in a really good area. This is in a really good area. And um, yeah, like if I was going to do this, if I got the same place in San Diego, this would cost me $4,000. Easy. Right by, we're literally like 10 minutes away, 5 minutes away from downtown, 2 minutes away, because on some of the areas you could just cross over and you're in D1. So I'm literally right here in the heart of it, and yeah, I pay under $500. Just saying, bro. It's always gonna be affordable. Korea is expensive, I've heard, but obviously you can go in the countryside and then you can, save money. But here, bro, come on, y'all. All right, let's see what I got. I'll crank out these comments and get back into it. My boy says maybe good food prices, laugh out loud, but that's it. Okay, yeah, facts. I heard Korea is hella expensive, man. Thanks for the insight, man. My pleasure, brother. Thanks for joining me, man. I appreciate it. What do you work? What do you for work career wise, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah. So I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher here. I'm actually opening my business. So I'm behind the scenes. I have a business, and I have a business back in the States. So I have a catering business, 20 years. So um, yeah, I'm in the hospitality field. That's what I'm an entrepreneur. So I want to get back to that. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I got one more year of teaching, and then I'm gonna retire, and then just all business, baby. About to get it. So that's what I do. About to get married and stuff. So if you guys haven't been following the channel, yeah, I'm about to get married here soon. So you'll see that coming up soon, real soon. So stay tuned for that, man. Subscribe. Make sure you guys are following. Hit that notification bell because I know a lot of y'all subscribe, but you don't hit. Go in, hit the subscribe, and then go in and hit the little bell notification. All right? Because yeah, I see a lot of it ain't looking so good. You guys don't get the notifications, all right? When I drop something. Thanks for the comment, man. But yeah, I hope that answered it. And I do YouTube, obviously. All right. My boy says, perhaps we can connect in the future, man. I'm here, bro. I'm here. Uh, my contact information is in every description of every video. Um, it's funny how I'll get people who will message me and say, how do I contact you? And I'm like, I've put all my contact information everywhere. Okay, so it ain't hard to get a hold of me. So yeah, hit me up, man. I got you. All right. It's Pooh says, bro, my rent is 1,300 here. What? 1,300? Woo! 1,300 here in Korea for a two-bedroom apartment. I'm not even in Seoul. What the? Wow. All right. You're a better man than me, man, because I wouldn't want to pay that. Come on over here, brother. You know what I mean? 1,300. What if you were paying 400 and you could still get a two-bedroom? I have a house and it's a two-bedroom. I'm just saying, and a rooftop. It's all mine. Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. Come through. I got you, man. I have people. My relocation biz. That's what we do, brother. So if you guys need a consultation, hit the link, schedule a consultation, and then I got you, man. I'll direct you. All right. I appreciate you guys rocking with me though. Let's jump back into it though. So again, make sure that you guys your expectation is just kind of level. I'll be honest, because I got surprised when I moved here. Uh, I was traveling the world. If you don't know my story, I was traveling the world, and then Vietnam was just the last stop. And then COVID happened 10 days after I arrived in Vietnam. So then they closed the border. So I was in my mindset was travel mode, backpacker, legit backpacker, big ass bag, and I'm traveling. And so that was my mindset. My mindset was not to stay here. My mindset was let me move on. This I'm gonna jump over here. I was heading to Korea, I was heading to Japan, and so literally that's what I was doing. And so when that happened, I had to pivot. I mean, I've you go back into my catalog, go to my lives. There was a live I did probably like maybe 2 months ago, maybe a month ago, that was like it says I'm KT. That's my story. Okay, it's a live. Okay, go back to my catalog. You can check that out. Um, and so yeah, I got lucky because I came to Vietnam at that point, and then I saw the opportunity, and I was like, okay, let me go on and figure out what this is, man. And I DIY'd myself for everything. I taught myself everything, right? With barely any help to do this. So I've been through it, found the game, found out, and now I'm giving the game. That's just what it is, man. I want people to, I want you guys to understand that there is another way. You can have peace, like true peace. All right. Let's get into it, man. Let's keep it moving. So this is where I'm seeing a lot of y'all, not the older guys in particular, but more of the 30-year-olds to early 40s, maybe a young 20s. You guys are having issues with the money aspect, which is I understand. All right, a thriver a thriver will do math early, right? This is, I'm gonna keep going and beating a dead horse, right? Plan, 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 plan. It's important that you have a plan, all right? So someone who's gonna thrive here already did the math, right? They knew exactly what they needed a year ago to save so that they could make it here in Vietnam. All right. So again, someone who leaves early is going to have a vibe of, well, I'm gonna just save $4,000 and go. Nah, it's not that simple. Because once you get here, you're gonna understand how difficult it is to get anything done back home, right? Whether it's the time difference, whether it's the sending money, right? Like having someone on the other side that you can trust to make sure your affairs are good, right? What if you left some loose ends? You're gonna have to go back to the States, right? So again, these are things that if you plan ahead of time, you'll mitigate all those liabilities and all of that friction. All right, it's important, man. I'm telling you. I know a lot of you guys are like, yeah, fuck it. I'm done with Trump. I'm done with all this other stuff. But it's important that you set yourself up for success here because Vietnam's not going anywhere. All right. It's important that if you want success, you must plan. Okay. Because burnout is real. It is real. Okay. It really is real. Okay, I mean, honestly, man, so many people from my job right now, currently, we have probably over 1,000 people who work for my company. And in that, out of that 1,000 people, there's probably been like 200 or 300 people who've left the company. Like I'm talking about midnight runs, right? Um, Literally leave in like right after payday and then bounce. Like the hundreds of people because they can't handle the grind. They can't handle the responsibilities, right? Things that they're doing behind the scenes comes to light always. So you have to understand that when I say be a good person, I mean be a good person because this shit will catch up with you eventually. Okay? I'm talking rent. You have to pay that rent. I'm telling you, the burn, people are like, they just don't want to deal with it, bruh. I'm telling you, the burn rate here is crazy because of the rent, visa situations, health is up and down, right? Think about the air quality, right? You don't these are things we don't have to worry about in the West, but here you have to take that into consideration because it's important. Are you going to wear a mask all the time or are you not going to wear a mask? Again, there's a lot of burning that goes on here. The air is not as clean as where we're from. Okay? We wouldn't even think about that. But here you must, right? Especially if you're someone who has asthma, who gets sick a lot, you might want to consider Vietnam or Southeast Asia in general because health issues. That's a big thing. Health is good here. The health departments are good here, but it could improve. But it also is good here because of the international hospitals. Now the local hospitals are have drastically improved. Okay, now I'm talking about the upper echelon ones of the hospitals. Okay, mid hospitals are pretty decent too. Okay, low cost, but the low ones still need some improvement. All right, and I'm talking you could find those all over. Okay, all over the place. Just make sure that you have health insurance. Just make sure that I'm talking about not travelers insurance. I'm talking about your regular health insurance that you would have at home. Make sure that you comb through your plan, and it might surprise you that it would cover you here in Vietnam. All right, if you don't have health insurance, get to Vietnam and then open up a local health insurance. Okay, get local health insurance here. You can do that because it's going to be way cheaper for you, and you can get the top plan, the top plan, okay, for probably the mid or low level in the West. I'm telling you, these are hacks, bruh. You can do this, okay? Also, they burn out because, man, there's always going to be hidden costs here. You, if I'm you, I would set aside 15 to 20% for the hidden costs every month. Every month. Now, you may spend it, you may not. Okay. But again, in the beginning, remember, we're focused on the first 90 days. Okay. So you're going to spend way more money in your first 90 days than you will for the rest of the 8 months, uh, uh, 9 months. Okay. That's the plan. Okay. So again, they burn out because of that. They burn out because of the deposits they have to pay. Again, you're going to incur probably 2 to 3 or 4 times the amount of money when you're in your first month than when you will in your second and third month. All right. So because of the rent, because of the deposits, because you're setting your life up here, just expect that first. Let's just make it overall. Your first year, you're going to incur a lot more money, spending a lot more money because again, you're learning Vietnam. Okay, you're learning. You- Lessons cost money, bro. Just saying. We all go through it too. All right, and limit your partying. Okay. If you want a real girl, go to the cafes. If you want a real girl, step outside. I'm being dead serious. Okay. Make sure that you, again, because you planned, you already have 3 to 4 months worth of a stash, right? So you already have that. You don't have to worry about this kind of stuff, right? Remember, you're a thriver. You thrive. Okay. The burnouts, you got to watch out for these guys, man. All right. You don't want to hang out with that. All right. They're fun, but they're not stable. Okay. And make sure you have a flight, enough money for a flight home. Okay. If you're a thriver, you have that looks like you having you bought a ticket for like American or whatever. Like a member. You're a member, and then you're able to. It's a flexible flight, so it doesn't matter. Just pay for the damn flight. If you have that opportunity, pay for it, and then make sure that you can flex that date. Okay, that's what a thriver will do. They'll have their plan already set up. Okay, somebody here who just burns out will just come here from Thailand or come here from the U.S. and they'll just willy-nilly it for 3 months and see what sticks. Nah, it's gonna be a lot of headaches. Um, and if you don't plan for here, right? We get a translator. You set up a consultation with me, man. I have people who can walk with you, walk around, that can translate things for you. Make sure that you're comfortable here. Okay. If you need that service, just holler at me, and then we'll talk about it. All right, no problem. All right. If you have no buffer, you are living on a countdown, and that is true. Okay. This place is affordable, but if you don't have steady income coming in every month, then you're going to blow through your savings faster than you can say, "Hiya." All right. I'm just saying. All right. Let's get into it, man. So I'm talking about the loneliness, friendships, dating, and emotional survival. Now, a lot of guys don't talk about this stuff, man. About the emotional aspect of leaving your friends, leaving your family, leaving everything behind. It doesn't mean that we forgot about them. We didn't. Obviously, they're part of us, but you're starting over, man. You are a leader. You're a pioneer. Truly, truly. If you live here and you're the first person that's lived anywhere outside of, the US or wherever you're from, you have to hold yourself accountable. Because what if your family wants to come and live with you, right? Shit's getting real dire in the States, man. And I'm super glad that I've been set up here for 6 years. for them, not for me. I'm here. I'm doing this every day. I live it. You do the same thing. You be that person that your family can lean on if they need you, right? You are their exit plan. I'm just saying, man. Things are changing drastically. So prepare now. Vietnam is in a perfect position for you to come over here and start new. This is perfect. So again, if you're intimidated by, if you're a businessman or businesswoman and you're intimidated by starting a business here in Vietnam, you don't have to. I have an attorney for you. I have attorneys for you. You can pick between whoever you want, and then you can retain them, their services. No problem. Locals, they're good. Here, the one's mine. All right. So you can do the things that you've dreamed about doing here and have peace and stability. I'm just saying, guys, have that have that backup plan. Okay? I know the West is great, bro. It is, and trust me, if it wasn't so damn expensive, I would move my girl back there too, and her family as well, because you get a girl, you get a girl here, you got to bring the fam as well. You got it. It's your duty. Just saying, man. But that's never gonna happen because Vietnam's so great. I'm just saying. But I'm just speaking in hypotheticals is that if that were to happen, shit could go wrong here, bruh. You gotta have a backup plan here as well, right? So you gotta go. There's so much people don't understand when you live abroad and you happen to meet someone, and things are going well, and there's so much on a man's shoulders that you have to take on that. And if you want to take that on, there's more than enough available women here for you, for it. All right, no matter how old you are. Just saying. Okay. Uh, so yeah, most as exits are emotional, not logistical. Okay. So if you are at the point where you've met someone you enjoy, no, let me step back for a minute. If you are the person that's been here 90 days, you've been here 6 months, you think I got this, I can do this, and then you meet someone, right? Um, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do, man? Because what if you met your future wife? I mean, do you have a plan? I mean, understand that if you are out here in these streets, you're going to find someone. I promise you that. That's how good it is, for real. Okay? So don't be that person, don't be that burnout who comes here is looking for easy sex, looking for easy girls, looking for easy everything, and then they leave and crash out because one, the girl didn't like them because one, they drank too much, did drugs, smelled, whatever. Okay? Um, don't be that person. Come here with stature, be stoic, and be responsible, man. That's it, bro. That's all you got to do. And just understand, the loneliness, it comes from you thinking that Vietnam or newcomers coming in here thinking that Vietnam is going to solve all their problems, that all these Vietnamese women are going to be jumping on their knob, that all Vietnamese people are going to worship the ground they walk on, that that the that ground is actually clean, that the food is actually 100% clean, that the whatever, right? Those expectations need to be dropped a little bit, man, because that's going to make you burn out fastest. Because I can't tell you how many Americans, one, and Westerners are crashing out at my job every fucking week because of this. Expectations, man. I'm telling you, man, there's so much room for opportunity for those of us who are patient, who understand that This is a process. There is so much to be given to you if you are a patient person. I'm telling you, you don't come here acting fucking wild, man. Don't, I'm telling you, you can be upset. You can have frustrations. You can not like certain things about Vietnam, but don't come here bashing Vietnam. You know, remember, this is your plan B. All right. And if you are patient and you'll become a thriver because then you're able to have peace. This is what I have. I have peace. I didn't have peace in the States because it was too busy. You know what I mean? And I had to make money. Like here, I don't have to make money. I want to make money. There's a difference. Okay? There's other ways that you can get your visa. Okay? There's just other ways you can have a long-term visa here. All right. Let's see. The expat churn is real. Build your roots beyond nightlife friends. Facts. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. What's gonna kill your momentum here is not having a routine. I'm telling you, you need to, even if your routine looks like waking up at 6 a.m., just going out for a morning walk, just to start, just to get your feet wet that first month. And then you're able to see at 6 a.m. how these people rock. You know what I mean? See people going to work. You start to see the neighborhood, and people start seeing you. And then the more that these Vietnamese people see you around your neighborhood, the more they're gonna trust you. And then you're gonna start to have a better experience right off the bat, rather than being online, sitting in the house and doing nothing, and right, coming out every once in a while, right? Go outside, go to these local restaurants, go and down to the corner store, just go buy a Coke or something and say hello, right? And be seen. That's important in your neighborhood. Be seen, right? Because you never know what woman's looking at you. They're looking at you. I promise you, they are looking at you. And if they start to see you around, they're going to start to come outside more, right? You guys don't understand this, but it happens, all right? And then the rest is history, bro. Just saying. Okay? I've had more than enough experience just being outside and pulling something than probably anywhere else, right? Obviously for me, the number one meeting a woman is at work. Okay? If you have um, if you have the time and you have the opportunity, come and be a teacher. That's where you're gonna see a lot of the normal girls. Okay, like good regular normal girls. Okay, um, let's see. Beyond the nightlife friends, yeah, man, it's important to have those nightlife friends, but it's not necessary, man. If you're not a nightlife person, like I've post COVID, I've been less of a nightlife guy than I was pre-COVID. So um, now I like to chill more. I like to be around a lot less people. Before COVID, I was okay with going out all the time. I was okay with being outside, pretty late. Now post COVID, not so much anymore. And also, I got into a relationship, so that helps. All right. Dating fun is easy. Long term takes intention. Long term fit takes intention. It's true, man. Man, me and my lady are coming up on 4 years. Just like any relationship, man, you gotta put in work, bro. You gotta put in the work. And every Vietnamese woman is different. Every Vietnamese woman is different, obviously, right? But but I really mean it. Like here, it depends on if they're from the north, they're different if they're from central, if they're from south. And then if they're from the south, then they're more like us, Westerners, right? And then they have that mentality. But then when you are in Ho Chi Minh City, everyone from the country, everyone from all of Vietnam come here. Everyone from the north generally and central, the top part of central, go to Hanoi for the most part. For the most part, all right. Very few from the South Vietnamese go to the north. Very few. Okay. From the north, though, most of them go to the south. All right. So that tells you what's up. That tells you the demographic of the dynamic of what is going on here. Okay. Ho Chi Minh City is the place to be. Okay. Straight up. Whether you're Vietnamese or whether you're a foreigner, this is gonna be your HQ. Okay. Unless you want the chill vibes and the foreigner aspect in Da Nang and the clean air and the clean water and the clean food. No, I'm just kidding. Then go there. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. But but Ho Chi Minh is where it's gonna be. Okay, unless and then if you have a nonprofit, then all the nonprofit stuff is up in Hanoi. Okay, that's where it's all good. NGOs and all that stuff's up in Hanoi. Okay, Vietnam. If you understand the dynamic of the north, central, and the south, where businesses grow and where they put everything. I'll do a video. I'll do a live about that actually, about the business aspect of the economic hubs of Vietnam, the different all around. And so based on that, you just gotta figure out where you want to go. All right, I'll do a video about that. I'll do a live actually about that. All right. Dating here is fun, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It is fun. It's not Thailand. It's not Thailand fun, but you don't want that. You don't want that. You know? Those chicks are more transactional chicks, right? Here, it takes a lot more effort. All right. It definitely takes a lot more effort. And but once you get that effort, then it's going. Once you put in that effort, then you got him, got him. So that's what I'm saying. In Thailand, it's kind of like it's just give me this, and then I get that, and then I'm gone. Here, it's more of um, if you make them laugh, if you put in the effort, if you show that you're interested, then you have an opportunity. They'll give you a shot. Period. Period. All right. It's fun here though. All right. I see those comments, guys. I'll come and get you 1 minute. All right. Let's talk about setting up systems, man. Again, it's important that you have a system of success that's going to catapult you into your first year, man. Your 90 days, you need to not necessarily focus on females, not necessarily focus on um, going out, not necessarily focus on jobs, focus on adapting to your new situation. Again, you are a beginner here. All right, we all start as beginners, right? We're level 0, and you level up to level 1, and then level up to level 2, and then level up to level 3. Man, it takes time. It's not something that you can master this shit in 3 months, bro. You're not gonna do it in 6. You're not gonna do it in 20. Okay? Well, hopefully you will. Okay. Hopefully. You're not gonna do it in 10. Okay? So it takes time, man. And again, you don't speak the language. It'll help if you speak the language, but it's not gonna be gonna shoot you in the foot. Nah, you'll be fine. But I'm just saying, it takes time to build your systems and understand that for you to fit into the culture, not the other way around, for the culture to fit into you. You must fit into the culture, okay? Because it's raw here. It's rugged here. Um, it will chew you up and spit you out. And what I mean by that is it'll give you everything you ever desire. Straight up. Read between the lines, folks. Read between the lines. Vietnam will give you everything that you want. And it's not going to be forgiving. It'll just be like, yeah, here you go. Here you go. Yeah, yeah, here you go. Here you go. Here's more. Here's more. Here's more. Here's more women. Here's more drugs. Here's more alcohol. Here's more overeating. Here's more procrastination. Here's more sitting. Here's more, you name it. Here's more beach. Go to the beach. Hang out. Chill. Yeah, don't worry about that coffee. Go ahead. Have a beer in the morning. It's fine. No problem. Right? Smoke, smoke, smoke. It's fine. Go, go, go. Give you more of that. And if you're just like consuming, you're gonna leave real quick, man. Real quick. Right? Don't be that guy. Okay? Slowly, your first month, adapt to Vietnam. Wake up early. Go to the gym if that's your thing. If it's not your thing, go take a walk, man. Take a walk around the block. Go take a bike ride. Go do something outside so that you can see your surroundings, man. It's important that you get your routine down as fast as you can because you can adjust, man. You can adjust, if you're again, we're flexible, right? You guys watching me are flexible, yeah? So you use your superpower. Be flexible, man. You don't have to work, right? If you do get a job here, there's your routine, bro. But again, that's a good starting point. Okay, if you want to get a job here, cool. If you have the money to not have the job, then that's even better. Now go be great. All right? Go do something. You have to go do something. Don't just sit on your ass here. I get it, I get it. But take that time. If you want to chill for the first 90 days, slowly but surely make sure that you have your routines down. Okay? Make sure your systems are in place. Getting a translator if you need someone, meeting people, find a coffee shop find a couple coffee shops around your neighborhood that you like, that you could work out of. Find some good restaurants that settle with your stomach, right? Get your stomach right? Because there's different bacterias here in the foods than we're accustomed to in the West. So get your bacterias right so that so that you won't get sick, so that you won't have any issues, stomach issues. If you have medications that you take from back home, you can get them here, but do your research. Again, this is about planning, right? You guys are planners. You guys follow this channel. You have hit me up on it for a consultation. You are a planner. You're a thriver. You are going to thrive here in Vietnam. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You're going to thrive here. I promise that, man. You fuck with me, you're going to thrive here. If you do it yourself, you are going to thrive here no matter what. I'm telling you, Vietnam is easy to come and adapt to, hard to find your it's harder to find your fit in the culture than it is outside looking in, if that makes sense. All right? Don't think you're just gonna come here and then all of a sudden you're gonna have friends. No, you gotta make the effort. You gotta do something about it, right? Again, Thrivers, we build systems, man. We organize our documents. We organize them in digital and paper. All right, physical files. Okay, have multiple backups of your documents. Right, you never know. And then don't forget to, if you're starting to save stuff on your hard drive, then don't forget to take that updated hard drive and save it to your other hard drives, okay? Because you just never know, right? It's a good rule of thumb that when you're uploading a bunch of documents and stuff every month, just every once a month, boom, and copy them to your other hard drives, all right? Yeah, so we have document folders, we have calendars, okay? And we also have a health plan, and then we have some contacts here, man. Again, I've been here 6 years. I've made a ton of contacts here from the north, central, and south. People who actually can move some needles here, man, for you guys. All right, help you get started on your way. Right? These are services that I offer that, Hey man, you need a real estate agent? I got you, man. If you set up a consultation with me, then I just pass it along. If you don't, it costs money for that referral. Okay? But other than that, most people set up a consultation. It's easy. All right? Become part of the family, bro. All right? Or sister. All right? Uh, we're almost finished here, guys. Again, the most important aspect that I had to learn was this right here. Stop fighting every inconvenience. Learn the local way. I constantly have to remind myself this every day. All right? Hey man, I'm human, okay? I have a level of I have a standard that I'm not gonna, not even just because I live here. Uh, I accept how their culture, how they do things, and I do adapt, but I have a level of standards that I will never break for anything. In the States, Europe, nothing, right? So if I have to pay for that, like good way, if I have to physically pay for stuff, cool. I'm cool with that, but that's my standard, right? Um, I'm not gonna go below that standard. All right. And so I did not leave the States to live below my means, right? Living here, we're already below my means. I'm so far below my means. Living the life I'm living now, which is great, is amazing, bro. Like for real. And I'm spending a third of the price that I overall when I was in the States, I'm spending like a third, like legit. Maybe, yeah, like a third. I mean, I can go way higher, but we want to save money, right? That's what I'm talking about. Thrivers think like that. Get a place that's underneath your budget and you can save money here. But most of these expats, they want to go live in Tao Dien. No shade on that, but they want to go live in Tao Dien. They want to go live in the most expensive areas. They want to get the most expensive apartments, and that's gonna kill your budget, man. That's gonna make you go, you know what? Even though it's more affordable than the West, this ain't the West, guys. This is not the West. This is Vietnam. There's no reason you have no business spending $1,000 for an apartment here. No business. Unless you want a villa and unless it's like a legit villa where it has like a mother-in-law's quarters and all that, you have a family. I get it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a single guy looking to floss and go out there and just show off. There's no reason, bro. $500, you can get a 2 to 3 bedroom spot, depending on the area, and top premium shit. Okay, there's just no reason. All right. Um, Again, I had to stop. Every day I have to catch myself because Vietnam, surprise, surprise, it is inconvenient for us. It really is. It really is inconvenient. The way they do things, a lot of the stuff is super inconvenient. That's the thing you have to understand, man, is that you have to be okay with it. Thrivers deal with it. We deal with that shit because again, I understand the opportunities that are in front of us. If you crash out because they didn't serve you in time, you're not built for Vietnam. I'm just saying. If you're bothered by people scamming you, um, a dollar, two, $3, then even though it's not right, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying these are things that you have to say. Did that motherfucker just scam me and be like, nah, fuck it. It's just a couple bucks. Karma, bitch, and then bounce. You know what I mean? These are things you have to talk about every single day. These are things that you have to understand. And so at the end of the day, I recognize you guys are human. We're all human. We're all human. So don't beat yourself up over it. Don't crash out too much here. It's frowned upon. Okay. Just be cool with it. Okay. Not necessarily everything. Don't be cool with everything, but 90% of the stuff, as long as you're safe, it'll be fine. Okay. You'll live to see another day, and you won't have issues with your visa or your immigration. Just be mindful of that. Okay. All right. And then the friction points. There's gonna be noise. This is Vietnam. This is Vietnam. It's a noisy ass motherfucking country. Okay. The heat, bro. If you're not used to the heat, then find out which areas here are have less heat, which months are better, and then come here during those months and then bounce and go somewhere else, right? Again, long-term stays, it's up to you, man, but you can do that. Understand this is tropical weather. It's not going to get any better, okay? It's just going to get hotter. So mitigate it, have AC, right? Every month I pay about 20 bucks and we have AC on constantly. Not like other Westerners. Like I think that we put like when me and my lady we have our AC on and stuff. I always think like, damn, we our AC's been on for a minute, right? And then I talk to other and it comes out to 20 bucks, like 500,000, okay? And just a little over 500,000 every month. And I talk to other foreigners, and they're like, I have my AC on all day, like legit all day. They walk into their apartment, ice, all right, and they're like, I pay like 1.5 million, bruh. Let me tell you what, my my girl and I's last apartment, our AC. Now, granted, we have brand new ACs in this house, brand spanking new. Everything in here was brand spanking new. In our old apartment where we moved from, we had two old rickety ass AC units, and bro, we were paying over every month over 1.4 million VND. That's like 50 bucks every month. So we probably paid like either the landlord was scamming us or it was because of the AC units, they were so old. This is things that you have to be mindful of when you move into your apartment because take an apartment or a house that has brand new ACs, brand new stuff, rather than have old used AC stuff. These are just little nuggets I'm giving you, all right? So just make sure about that because the difference every month for us is $30 every month, give or take $1 or $2, but $30 every month. Why? Why do I know that? Because I paid that motherfucker every month, and all last year I was like, yo, what? And then when we moved in here, and we're getting the straight numbers, bro. We were getting ripped off, bro. These are things I'm trying to tell you, all right? Don't find out at the end that you were like, don't be me, where you find out at the end that you were getting ripped off. You know, you shouldn't be paying over 1 million in your electricity, FYI. All right. So these are things that you get on this channel, man. I'm giving you real deal shit, bro. Okay. Again, there's a bunch of traffic, man. So again, friction points, noise, heat, the traffic, paperwork, and language. Those 5 things are what's gonna make you run away. Straight up. And you can put, I mean, dating is a positive thing, but you can put dating in there if there's a negative for you. But dating here is pretty positive. All right. So I'm telling you, if all these things you can mitigate, right? You can mitigate the noise, move away from the city, and most of this stuff will go away. Well, the paperwork is still going to be there, and obviously the language barrier, and then if depending on where you live, traffic is going to be a lot less. Okay, but then the heat, you can live in an area where it's not so hot, And then the noise, it's just it is what it is, but it depends on what city you live in, which tier two city, tier three, tier four, wherever you live. You can live in a tier four, be in the mountains. You can live in the countryside, and there won't be. But again, Vietnamese people are loud people, so you just gotta understand that they're gonna do karaoke at night. They're going to talk really loud. They're going to play music really loud. They're gonna honk, honk, honk their horns. So again, every area is different. Okay, every area is different. All right, let me hit these comments real quick. Uh, let me get here. Bear with me. Where are these comments at? Bear with me here. Okay, we were here. Okay, bro, my rent's 1,300. Got it already. Okay, so Devin, yeah, Da Vinci. Yeah, my bad. He says, do you like Saigon, Da Nang, Da La, or Nha Trang, or Vung Tau better? They're all different, bro. So I'm gonna be honest. Saigon is cool because it's the hub for Vietnam. Basically, it's like business, work, opportunities, so forth and so on. The most amount of girls are gonna be here. Basically, if you're looking for a relationship, you're probably gonna find a girl here. Okay. The girls up in the north in Hanoi is cool. They're great. They're secretly they're the best. I'll be honest. Um, but I will say this: Saigon is where everything's happening. Da Nang is like it's cool because it's a vacation area, and it's more of a coastal city. So whatever. Go there for a vacation, cool. Nha Trang, same. It's smaller. I like Nha Trang a lot more than I do Da Nang now, just because Nha Chang's smaller and um, it's more affordable than Da Nang, if that makes sense, right? Vung Tau, it's Vung, not Vo, but it's okay. Vung, Vung Tau is even smaller than the Chang, and it's more of a local um, like kind of getaway for Vietnamese, Saigonese Vietnamese people from the south. Just say. Yeah. So it's quiet. Vung Tau's cool. It just depends on the vibe you want, man. So Saigon, of course, is the metropolis. You have everything here except for the beach. Vung Tau is 2 hours south. So now Vung Tau is Ho Chi Minh City. It is Ho Chi Minh City now. So they combined them last year, and so um, you're still in Ho Chi Minh City. Okay, which is it's so weird. It's weird for me to be like that's Vung Tau. That's like 2.5 hours away. So it's still Ho Chi Minh City. So I like Vung Tau a lot. I got a really good buddy that lives there. The Chang, like I said, I've only been there one time, but I've never lived there. I would love to check it out and live there. The lot, oh, I missed the lot. The lot is great. Vacation, retire, area. It's a very good vacation spot. All right. Da Nang, of course, I like Da Nang, but Da Nang is overrated, in my opinion. And then I live in Saigon, so that should tell you there. I heard you were there for 20 years. No, no. No, man. No, I haven't been here since I was 22. I've been here 6 years. 20. I was like, what do you mean? uh, thanks, brother. So, should I worry about crime or getting stabbed there? No, no. I'm gonna tell you 0%. You don't have to worry about that. Straight up, you'll be all right. This is one of the safest countries. They don't want no smoke with you. They don't want no smoke with us. You know, there's 100 million of them, and they got enough to worry about with their own people. That's it. They're not worried about us, man. They're not worried about us. That's it. It's safe as hell here. Appreciate you, my brother. It's Pooh says it's really safe. Check crimes in areas that you are interested in living. Facts. Definitely do that because you're gonna realize that that shit's low. It's all about petty crime, man. That's the reason why you. It seems like Vietnam is like a scamming country, but they're not. It's not really. It's just people like isolated incidences. And don't get me wrong, they do scam here a lot. Okay, I'm not even gonna front like they don't. They do, but it's the culture of that they're trying to like get rid of. All right, for a couple of years now. And so they're doing a good job of it, but it's been dude, they've been offering coffee money for like 40 years, bruh. 50 years. So you can't just stamp that out in 2 years. Okay. It's still heavy here. Coffee money is heavy here. Okay, every day, every minute. Okay, so, but what I will say is Pooh is right. He's definitely right. That information's online. You can check that out, and it's pretty accurate, man. Living here, boots on the ground, absolutely, it is safe as can be. Most people don't want to. They don't want to steal from you. They really don't. Pooh, thanks, bro. I appreciate you. Do the Pooh says do the research if you were actually serious. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, I don't know why people I don't know why people wouldn't be serious about Vietnam. It's cool though. Vietnam's cool. I mean, people don't want to fuck with you here, man. They just don't want to do that. All right, my boy, David. I'm just trash names right now. Okay, so Da Vinci. Yeah, that's what I said before. I wasn't able to find crime stats on their website. Oh, okay. Um, yeah. Either do some AI, check it out in ChatGPT, but it's there. If you email me, I'll send you some stats. I'll look it up for you. All right. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. My boy Da Vinci says, obviously, I'm here to learn from someone who has experience living there. Yeah, yeah, appreciate it, bro. Shouts out to you. Vietnam, he says, Vietnam did discover oil recently. Really? I didn't hear about that. Okay. I mean, I'm not always like I don't see everything. So if you guys bring it to my attention, I didn't know that. If they did, shit, we in the money, we in the money. Shit, we rich, bitch. No. Okay. I'll have to look. I'm really curious about that now. I'm gonna have to look at that. But yeah, we in the money now. All right. He says, my boy says, those lands probably just went up. Okay, well, we're about to sing. Shit. I'm looking at my girl and she said, oh yeah. Hmm. Okay, so hopefully she'll get some. Yeah. We'll see. All right. Happy Station says, salute to you for the comment. How long were you in Vietnam before you met your fiance, bro? 2 years. Yeah, it took. I was in them streets, bro, for 2 years, and so yeah, she looking at me laughing and shit right now. But yeah, um, I would say I did things. I would say I did things like that because you, all of us men, literally, all of us men go through the first year of just finding a broad and coming, we do. You know what I'm saying? So you go do your thing, and then you either find something that you like, or you just keep looking, man. I mean, I would rather guys come here and just keep looking rather than get a girlfriend right away and then go and check out other girls. You know what I mean? Because it just doesn't sit right with Vietnamese women when you're playing games. So yeah, man, it took me about 2 years. Yeah, and that's I was all around the country in those 2 years. Like I came to Saigon, checked out Saigon. Then after Saigon, I was in Saigon for a year and a half before I moved up to Hanoi. And then when I moved up to Hanoi, and then I went to that job, my first job up there, that's when I met her. But again, we didn't even talk for 8 months, right? Like obviously she was my assistant, but I had multiple assistants. So yeah, yeah. I recommend you meet people at work, man. You know, it just depends. You know, it really depends on where you're like where you are in your life. I mean, it's harder for tourist guys to meet regular Vietnamese women just out and about. Like that's where I see the hang up when it comes to tourist men looking for regular Vietnamese women. You have to like damn near like be outside of a job, like an office building, in order to find a real like Vietnamese girl. Unless you just passing each other and you meet her. But I'm just saying, yeah, yeah. But yeah. I hope that answers your question, man. I appreciate you, Happy Station. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Shout out to you. Hobbs, Mr. Hobbs, what's up, man? Says calling it Saigon is not an issue. Yeah, not at all. Not at all. The biggest thing here is going to be petty theft, but that even then that has, from my point of view, has gone down dramatically because I don't know Vietnamese either they're I don't know, man. I don't know why it has, but they're coming up more, or they're either coming up, have more money in their pocket, or it's just whatever, you know. If you they're still looking for them iPhones though, so be careful if you have an iPhone. All right. Thanks, Hobbs. Appreciate you. I shoot. SYDYS whatever. Sorry for the butcher. Thank you for the comment. He says, would foreigners ever want an authentic Viet lifestyle? No, because it means living in a city with no Western amenities, no English, uncomfortable surroundings. Most foreigners will run away. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on the foreigner. I mean, there are foreigners here who are living that authentic life in the countryside. There are foreigners who are living that regular life here in the city. I live a regular life. I mean, I'm not luxurious. I don't. I mean, we have everything we need and more, and that's still not. I think this is a regular life, but I could see where we have things that most Vietnamese, like mid to lower people, don't have. So I can understand that. So that to them, that's a luxurious life, right? And here in Vietnam, me and my girl, we live a like a luxurious life versus the regular person, if that makes sense. So, yes, you're right, but that's only some people. That's only some people, right? There are foreigners here. A lot of them are living who've married Vietnamese, who've married like country girls, right? And even some people who, because again, even if you meet your girl here in a city, no matter where, like a big city, her family is not from the city. Like probably 8 times out of 10, they're not from the city. So they're going to be from the countryside. So they still have that countryside mentality, even if they're living in the city. So eventually you will conform. You will conform. You will be living that Viet lifestyle eventually, and so will I. Okay? When you have kids and you're around your mother-in-law, your family-in-law, you're around them more as you have kids, get married, all that stuff. That's gonna happen, man. But again, it depends on the girl you pick. So some girls could have huge families and they're super close. They talk and hang out all the time. Some are like, you know, I'm from, 100 kilometers away. I go see my family every once in a while, as much as I can, and I send them money, and I don't need anything, and then you're never gonna meet them, right? So it just depends on the girl. It truly depends on where she's from as well. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the comment. Unfriendly Stoic, what's up, bro? Been a long time since I seen you on here, brother. Thanks for tuning in, though, bro. And Unfriendly Stoic says, "I'm in Saigon now." Shout out to you, brother. For real. Hope you're doing good, man. You kind of went ghost, my nigga. I don't know what's going on with you. So let's jump back into it. Let's end this strong. So I'm just gonna say, guys, that you need systems, man. You just need a system. It's gonna be a perfect fit for you, bro. Perfect fit for you. All right, so let's talk about city. Which city is right for you, for which type of person, and then your first 90 days. This is my opinion only, but I'm gonna give you guys kind of a blueprint, and you guys can go from there or not. You know, take it or leave it. All right. Again, people. The reason why people win is because they have a plan. They understand where their existence should be, where they should be, whether it's Hanoi, whether it's Haiphong, whether it's Cat Ba, whether it is going to be Ninh, whether it's Thanh Hue, Da Nang, wherever, Saigon, wherever you want to live, make sure that that is the right spot for you because it really matters. Um, if if you want to put your roots in somewhere where, and my recommendation would be put your roots somewhere either in Saigon and stick with around the south in Saigon, or put, if you want like more of a overall reach, go to the north, start something up in the north because you have to kind of understand the mentality of the north. The north owns everything for the most part. For the most part, they own everything. I'm gonna be honest, probably gonna get a little bit of slack for this, but the North is everything. They own power. They have the power here. So if you can find a North person, find find a North girl. I mean, this is not why I'm with my girl, but find a North girl, and I've learned all this stuff afterwards. But find a North girl, find influence, if that makes sense. Find North people, hang out with North people. North people are the ones who have the money and the influence and da. If you can know a little bit of nuggets about that, then you can kind of get in, right? I'm not saying not to waste your time with Saigonese people, but they're probably just going to drink with you and hang out with you, and that's about it. All right. Um, be with the North. If you can kind of congregate with the North people, they're the ones who have the influence here. Okay? But you didn't hear that from me. No, you heard that from me. All right? So, people fail a city. People fail a city fit, not Vietnam. Yeah. If you are a beach person and you live in Saigon because you want to work, you're going to be miserable. Just saying, you're going to be miserable, man. Um, be a city guy or a city gal and live in the city and go from there. Right there, that's synergy. Clearly, if you're a beach person, go live on the coast. You don't have to go live in Da Nang. There's other options. There's more affordable options that are actually little like smaller mid cities that are like going like this right now. They're building up. Their infrastructure is improving. They're not as they're not as robust as the cities, the bigger cities, but they're getting there. So if you're cool with being able to grow with a city, this place is for you. All right. If you're not scared of, you know, a little bit of work, right? Walk a little bit, ride a little bit to go, ride a kilometer down, 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers to go to a grocery store, or you're cool with not having like convenience store right around the corner, you know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna thrive here, man. You're gonna thrive here. And this is what this live is about, is you're gonna thrive here. Okay? If you're not okay with that, then I'm not saying you're not gonna thrive here, but again, you must be aware that Vietnam is not perfect. It's not perfect, and it can and will spit you out, man. All right? So Saigon has that energy, man. I'm telling you. It, this is why I moved back here, right? This is why I brought my lady here because, and she knows all about Saigon, right? You don't know about Saigon. Saigon is where it's at. Da Nang is the vacation spot, right? That you'll have more peace in Da Nang, right? Hanoi is going to be more of the NGO sector, the nonprofit sector, NGOs, you're gonna have more of a political stuff up there. Obviously, it's the capital, right? That's where all the politicians are. Of course, they have homes everywhere, but that's where everything gets done. That's where business gets done. So, and I like Hanoi. I really do. I just wish they would get their air situation, under control. Again, think about the smaller cities. There are trade-offs to the smaller cities, but there are benefits as well. All right. I'm telling you, these smaller cities are starting to offer some really good amenities for us foreigners to go and check them out and to live there. I'm telling you, these smaller cities, you could actually find, if you find a good job, you could actually make more than people in the city in these smaller cities because you get more benefits from a job when you work in a smaller area, such as rent, uh, rent compensation. Like they'll pay up to a certain amount. Let's say it's 6 or 7 million. If you find a place that's 5 million, 4 million, because remember, in the countrysides in these smaller cities, it's gonna be more cost effective, gonna be more cheaper, uh, a lot more affordable. So dude, that's all your free money right there, bro. And they'll pay your rent. You get higher bonuses, higher this because they want you. They want to keep you there. Yes, you're gonna have more isolation. Again, if you're cool with that, then you can thrive, right? Just saying, man. The cities they don't really offer a bunch of amenities. It's just that you live in a big city, okay? But outside of these big cities, you can make bread, like coin for real. All right. So again, if I'm you, I'm checking out Saigon first, Hanoi second, and a smaller city third, and then I'm going to Da Nang. Again, Da Nang, there's not many jobs in Da Nang, bro. I'm just saying, there's not many jobs there for us unless you have a startup, unless you are a boss. That's all I'm saying. All right. And they're not going to hire you newbies. They're just not going to do it. Right? There's a long line of us proven expats who can do the business and do the job better than you. Okay? Because we have that experience. Okay? I promise you, you won't get a job in it. I promise you. Okay? More than likely, it's gonna be Hanoi. More than likely, it's gonna be Saigon. It's just what it's gonna be. All right? And I'm just gonna say, man, your first 90 days, again, focus on housing. Okay. You should be, if I'm you, I would not pay a deposit, pay anything until you are boots on the ground, until you can shake their hand and from there. That's it. Okay? Don't pay nothing. All right? Even if you fall in love with the place, I'm watching all these YouTubers. I'm watching you guys. I see all these YouTubers spending all this stupid money. And they're all new. I've been here a week. I've been here 2 weeks. I'm paying 12 million. I'm paying 15 million for a studio. It's because they didn't see me. They didn't find me. But don't get ripped off now. You guys don't have an excuse. You know this channel exists. You know I exist. So you don't have any excuse to be ripped off. Straight up. Because you guys are smart. All right? So first 90 days, right? Focus on this, man. Your housing, your routine, not in this order. Your housing, your routine, your paperwork, and then last, build your community, man. Get like 2 or 3 friends that you can talk to, whether it's locals or specifically expats. But then find 1 or 2 locals that can speak good enough English for you to understand and that you can actually like ask them questions about their culture. That builds relationships, man. It builds that bond. Okay? Vietnamese people are big about that. They're real big on that. Okay? And don't lock in 12 months on week 1. I've seen too many people on social media saying like, I just signed a 1 year lease in Vietnam after being here for like 2 weeks. I'm like, you're such an idiot. I laugh at you guys for that. Not you guys, because you guys were smart. But I laugh at those people. Truly. Because they don't know what the hell they're doing. You don't know if you like that apartment is not gonna fall apart on you. There's a lot of little underhanded things that some Vietnamese landlords will do. For example, in our old apartment, there was a faucet, like a little faucet thing, where you wash dishes in the sink, and there's like the handle where the water actually comes out. Well, we didn't notice when we moved in because we turned the thing just to see if it worked. So we hit it and it came on. The water came on and it was all good. I was like, okay, cool. But then like the first week that we moved in, we my probably it was probably like a couple weeks. But my girl was doing dishes and the the faucet, the little faucet part just popped up. I saw it. I was right there. Like she was washing and the water was on, and the faucet, the little spout popped off the thing. And then we contacted the landlord and we're like, "Yo, it had to have been the first week that we were there. Actually, it was the first week, and we signed our lease, and then this happens a week after, and then a week later, and we're like, hey, we did the video. Hey, this just happened. And you know what this broad said to us? She said, "Yeah, well, it was good when you guys moved in. I don't know." Oh shit, I lost my shit for a minute. I lost my shit there. We still obviously we had 11 more months left. This is the kind of shit. And then of course that after that, now we're looking around and we found a few things that were like, bro, you just patched this shit and you know damn well this shit was like this already. So be careful, man. All right. These are things that don't sign a 12-month lease in month one. All right. Take your time, right? Contact me. I'll send you over a real estate agent that's vetted, that's proper. Okay, that will treat you right, speaks English, you know what I mean? Because again, the language barrier will F you up, man. It will F you up, especially when it comes to the money. All right. They pray you don't understand. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, so here's your plan, man. First, what I would legit do my first 2 weeks, stabilize, 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 man. You just get here. If you're coming from the West directly to Vietnam, then you need the first couple days, get your belly right, get your stomach right, right? Wean yourself on to solid foods. In the first few, I would say this, in the first few days, eat soups, um, I would eat rice. Obviously, you can eat rice, but I would eat rice. I would eat either like broken rice or I would eat their regular white rice. Okay. Um, the reason why I say that is because the rice will soak up all of that, whatever's in your belly, and it'll start to get you used to Vietnamese food. All right. And more importantly, the Vietnamese bacteria. Okay. Because you don't want to come here and start eating hamburgers and start eating, all these noodle dishes and all this foreign food stuff. Get your first few days, just stick with the the noodle soups and the rice. Strictly that. Start weaning yourself on the fruit. Start eating fruits. Make sure that you eat fruit. You start eating vegetables. You start eating the soups, like the noodle soups, and then the rice. Okay, and that's it. Don't get creative. Don't eat Western food. Just eat that for the first few days. Morning, lunchtime, dinner. Okay, the faster your belly will be right, the faster you'll have a better experience here. All right. So I would work on the first 2 weeks, making sure that you're stable, eating right, and mitigating other greasy foods and all that other good stuff. Make sure you find your short stay. Okay. So for the first month, I would do a hotel. Okay. That way you're stable. You're stable within your first month and you don't have to leave. So if I had to say spend just a little bit of extra bread on your first 30 days for your accommodation, I would say do that. Okay, get a good accommodation, and I wouldn't even consider uh, going for an apartment in month one. Okay, again, first 30 days is all about stability. Make sure that you can thrive for those next couple months and that you are off and running, okay? And that you're not limping, okay? Make sure that you have you buy a SIM card. I don't care if you have your T-Mobile plan back home and it's international, yada, 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 yada. I don't care. Make sure you get a local number here. Okay, make sure that they register your local number, your local SIM card. Okay, because you will get in trouble, and yeah, you'll get in trouble if you have an unregistered SIM card. All right, you figure out your transport. Most of you guys are gonna do Grab. That's like the Uber. Most of you are gonna do Grab. That's cool. All right, walk, walk around. If you're living in an area where you can actually walk around, do that. Okay, that'll save a ton of money on transport. Okay, and then like I said, most importantly, this first 2 weeks, you're gonna work on your sleep. Okay, don't worry about nothing else. Get into your start stabilizing your life here in your first 2 weeks, and then worry about your sleep. Okay, that's it. There's nothing you need to worry about your safety. Okay, obviously pick the right accommodation, and then you'll be fine. Don't have your cell phone out like this while you're walking around and you're looking at places. Someone can just snatch your cell phone. Someone will snatch your cell phone on the street and bounce with it. Don't carry your passport with you. Lock it up. Carry a photo copy of your passport with you, or have it on your phone. Okay? Just make sure you have it ready. It's all good. Make sure you have a photo of your visa as well. Okay? Need to say, do I need to say, when you get to immigration and you give them your passport when you first arrive, they stamp it and they write that little date on there. They give it back to you. You check right there your date. You check right there right there, and make sure that it's the amount allotted time that they gave you. And if it's not, let them know right there. The hot second you leave that counter, it's on you to get out of the country when that on that date. Doesn't matter if it's 30 days, doesn't matter if it's 2 weeks, doesn't matter if it's 90 days, doesn't matter if it's 60 days. It's on you. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. That's the only time you can look. That's the only time. Let me repeat. That's the only time that they can change your date. Okay? Is when you're literally sitting in front of immigration and they're about to let you in the country and they stamp your thing and they write that date on there. Make sure that whatever citizen you are a part of, that they've written the allotted time, right? They can give you less. The immigration officers can give you less, but just make sure that you don't give them any reason for them to give you less. You know what I'm saying? So I just got to throw it out there, man, because I'm seeing too many foreigners say, "Oh, they gave me this and they gave me that, and I didn't check it." And on this channel, you guys are prepared, right? You guys are thrivers. You are a thriver, okay? You're not a burnout. All right. So the next 2 weeks, right? Obviously, day 15 to 30, I'm gonna do my neighborhood test. This is when you're gonna go check out your neighborhood. Okay. The first 2 weeks you were cool. You got used to whatever neighborhood you were staying at, but that might not necessarily be the neighborhood that you want to live in. Okay. Don't settle for just sitting in D1. Okay? Don't settle for that. Right? There's so many cool districts around and on the around D1 where you can go check out, and in your first 30 days you should be doing this. You should be taking grabs. You should be going and checking out neighborhoods. You should do that. Go check out the Tao Dian's D2. Go check out the D5's Chinatown and D6 other part of Chinatown. Go check out Tanbin. Tanbin. Tanbinh. That's the airport district. It's about 25 minutes away from with traffic. That's about 25 minutes northwest of the city. All right, you fly in to Tanbin. Okay, Tanbin. Okay, that's the airport district. A lot of expats live in the airport district as well. It's a cool district. Okay, a lot of locals. I loved it, but I'm glad I live in District 3. Is right next to D1. Okay, this is a really cool area as well. Really convenient. Okay, one of the more expensive areas in Ho Chi Minh City. Okay, if you can find really good deals here as well, just hit me up. If you want to find a good deal, I'm not talking about a good deal. I'm talking about a great deal. Okay, I got the plug. All right, so day 15 to 30, man, you're checking out different neighborhoods. All right, neighborhood districts, right? You're gonna check out the noise test. What I mean by this is daytime, it's not necessarily gonna be loud. You're gonna have to go and check out these neighborhoods. A lot of these neighborhoods during the day and at night. Okay, so most importantly at night. Okay, because this country wakes up at night. FYI. Okay, so make sure that you can during the day go check out the commute that's that you're gonna have to check out. If you work here, understand that you want to work as close to your job as possible. The traffic is that serious. Okay, so you're gonna want to check out how far it is from your job. If you work here, if you don't work here, then you don't have to worry about that. But how far is it from D1? Because a lot of stuff that you can do is in D1, but you're checking out your neighborhood. So your neighborhood has a lot of shit too. All right. That's the beautiful thing about Ho Chi Minh City is all the neighborhoods are different and they have really cool stuff in them, right? So you can find everything you need in every district. You don't have to be in District 1. I hardly go to District 1. Okay. So that's going to be the first 30 days. Okay, chill. See how easy it is to like I'm easing you in. I'm easing you into Vietnam. Most of you guys just boom. I'm off and running. Right. This is long-term stay, guys. This is what we do. Okay. Then day 31 to 60, bro. This is another month, right? So again, this is when I would sign a lease. Okay. I would again. You're in a new area, probably. You're in a new area, neighborhood. So then you gotta do it again, right? But you don't have to do day 1 to 14 because you're already adjusted to this. You can eat whatever you want, right? You're enjoying the luxuries of your hard work of your life. Now we're off and running. You know what I'm saying? So now you need to get that routine. Check out a gym. Check out some spa areas. Check out where you can buy groceries. This type of stuff, right? Again, when you did your neighborhood test, you know, for the second half of the month, the first month, then you saw all this stuff, right? You saw the grocery store, you saw parks, you saw coffee shops, you saw food places that you're like, damn, okay, cool, that's cool, that's good to know, that's good to know, that's good to know, right? So you already know, you already have an idea of like, okay, I'm gonna do this because I saw that was over there, right? Refamiliarize yourself with your new neighborhood, okay? Re-engage, right? This is when the real work starts, right? Again, this is just your second month. So again, you're still fresh. Go and explore. Go explore your new neighborhood. All right. This is when starts getting fun, right? Now, I would start to to learn the language. By this point, you've picked up the basics. Cảm ơn, that means cảm ơn means thank you, and xin chào means hello. Okay. Obviously, you need to learn how to say those two words more than anything, because we do say those two things at every turn, right? Like hello, goodbye, or hello, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, right? And so learn how to say those things, okay? And then you're gonna just pick up vocabulary. Just pick up some vocabulary. Teng tien means total, or like check, like a total, okay? What's the total price, right? Teng tien. And so if you can start to learn those few things, man, you're gonna be great, bro. You're gonna be great. You're gonna do great. And then you're walking around your neighborhood. Of course, you're gonna run into Vietnamese people, other foreigners, man. Engage. Engage and have fun, man. For real. Then you're gonna start loving your new neighborhood, right? So after that, now you're on your third month, bro. Now we're really off and running. Now you can start to upgrade your systems. Now you can upgrade your life. Okay. Again, this is month 3. Bro, we have 10 years and you're only in month 3. See, this is your timeline. Okay. I'm just being facetious right now, but of course I'm just being hypothetical, is that this is your 10 years, bro. And so your 10-year plan in Vietnam, 5-year plan, whatever plan it is, this is your 10-year plan and you're only on month 3. So don't try to buy everything and upgrade all your shit in month 3. Gradually over the next few years, upgrade your life. Okay. And then make sure that you can build on your 3 to 4 month nest egg, right? Because again, this is all because you have stable income coming from abroad, or you're working here, or you have both. If I'm you, I would do both. All right. Why? Because you don't want to spend that 3 to 4 month nest egg or however much you have. You don't want to do that. So that's what I'm saying. Your long-term visa is, at this point, you should have that long-term visa strategy, whether you're going to work here, or whether you're going to invest in something, whether you're going to go to school and learn Vietnamese and have a student visa, whether you're going to do whatever. Okay. But you, at this point, you should have already started to think about it, because it is 90 days now and you have to leave the country and come back on your tourist visa. So again, that month 2, month 3 type thing, it's kind of, you have a lot going on. This is why I'm saying, like, the first 90 days, and this is why when I do consultations and people hire me for my services outside of consultation, right? The relocation packages, then we break this down for your first 90 days, because we're not just about your first 30 days. It takes 90 days for you to really understand what you need to do. It's not that easy. It's easy if you could just pay it all, but again, there's a language barrier here. So you got to know what you're doing, man. That's your 90-day plan right there, folks. Like, I mean, that's what I would do. Okay? Like, for real. I was in a different situation when I first got here. I had to eventually do all of this in every single city I've lived in, and I started over. So just prepare. This is your blueprint right here. And you can obviously make it, tweak it for however you like, but I think this is a good plan right here, man. Especially for the first 2 weeks. It's all about getting stable here. All right. So yeah, man. I honestly, pick the right game, man. Pick the right game. Pick the right opportunities. Pick the right city, and you are going to fucking succeed so great here, man. I promise you that. Why? Because I'm confident that if you're a good person and you have your head screwed on properly, you are going to win more than anybody. I'm just saying. More than 70% of these expats that come here just drinking, just womanizing, just blowing money, just being a degenerate. Be the example, man. Be the example, man. If you want that energy, networking, food, and constant motion, go hit up Saigon, bro. Go hit up Saigon. If you want the seasons, you want some politics, you're into that kind of politics stuff and a different pace in a big city, check out Hanoi, man. Hanoi is a sleeper big city, man. I'm telling you. Okay. Only reason why I moved from Hanoi was because of the air pollution. And I got bored. I got bored. I mean, I did the same thing for 3 years, bro. Straight up. Same schedule, same work schedule, same everything. I'm bored, man. I was over it. But Hanoi is a great place. I ain't gonna lie. All right. And of course, if you want the beach, you want some slower days, because again, Da Nang is slower than Da Nang. Da Nang is slower than Hanoi, is what I'm trying to say. Obviously, it's slower than Saigon. Hanoi is slower than Saigon. All right. So you want fewer distractions? I would beg to differ that fewer distractions are in Da Nang. Actually, it's probably going to be more distractions than that. Just because there's a ton of foreigners there now. Now, before, like maybe a year ago, I would say, yeah, fewer distractions for sure. And then if you want a quiet and lower burn rate, I would honestly look at smaller cities, man. Obviously, there's going to be a trade-off. There's going to be trade-offs for all of these cities, right? If you want to live in a bigger city, there's going to be noise, traffic, pollution. Um, streets aren't going to be as great, blah, 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 right? The trade-offs in the smaller city, not as much amenities, not a lot to do, not a lot of foreigners. So it is what it is, man. It just is what it is, honestly. So honestly, though, what I'll say this. If you guys are interested, send me over an email. Tell me what topic you're looking at, you're curious about, and I'll answer I'll answer your questions as best I can. All right. So I will say this, man. These are going to be some of the topics I'm coming up with that I've already came up with, and these are already in the works. Okay. So if you like this type of stuff, this is what we talk about, man. All right. These are going to be our lives, and then obviously I have other things for videos, but these are our lives. Okay, so these are things that I'm talking about. I'm interested in. If you're interested in that, man, let me know. Let me know. All right. So if you guys want some personal help, man, again, it seems like a lot of you guys don't know I have a relocation business, and that's something that I'm really trying to push out there for you guys. You get real deal information here, man. Whether it's on the YouTube side, on the back end. I mean, this is just what I do, man. So I'm here to help you guys. Um, grab that relocation, grab my relocation guide. You'll be surprised how much in depth I went into, and I'm giving you guys nuggets, man. It hurts me for you guys not to listen to what I'm saying to you. It really does, because I put so much into this shit, you know. Um, and yeah, I do know what I'm talking about, and you guys will see this soon, right? Hit a consultation, man. 30-minute consultation, 50 bones. All right, $50. I do hour. I also have hour consultations as well. So I have 30 minutes in an hour, right? Go into my calendar. There's the link right there. Click on it. You'll see both options there. Okay. If you want to talk more, no problem. Just book a time and I got you, man. If you want to email me, there's my email right there, man. I will literally break down things for you. No BS, right? So let me see. I see some comments here. Man, I really do appreciate you guys rocking really rocking with me, man. I mean, I really do appreciate you guys, man. Let's go with Unfriendly Stoic. Unfriendly Stoic, what he says, I was in Phnom Penh for a few months. Oh, you were? Oh, okay. All right, man, you quiet, my boy. I was like, where he at? Where he at? All right, man. Well, I'm glad to have you back, bro. Glad to have you back. Did Vietnam not let you back, or did they deny you or something? Were you? Yeah, give me the 411 on that, man. Maybe you just wanted to see something different, so it's all good. But I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for that. Blissful Horizon says, "Hey, bro, I made it. Better late than never." Yeah, I appreciate you. Salute to you. Appreciate that. That was 30 minutes ago. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Unfriendly Stoic says definitely Saigon for me. Yeah, definitely. So how was Phnom Penh though? Was Phnom Penh cool? Yeah, Phnom Penh there's nothing to do there. I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate that, bro. Roly Poly 76 says locking in 12 months just perpetuates the inflation, and disincentivizes landlords from maintaining quality apartments. Facts. So, I mean, I'll be honest, there are a ton of good landlords here, a ton. It's just you gotta find the right one and be in the right situation, man. There's a lot, but just as much as there are a lot of really good landlords, there's equally as much trash ass landlords, man. So you just gotta kind of, you know, it's a 50-50 thing, man. I'm coming up with something. I'm developing something right now, so that will kind of mitigate that. Uh, Thank you, Dad. Thank you for that. Really Poly 76 says, and make sure that your host accommodations properly registered. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, that's a fact. Um, Properly register. You stay with local officials. I am actually going to be doing a quick little video about registering this stuff. Let me give you the real quick thank you, really quick, for that, man. I appreciate you. I'm gonna keep that comment up for a minute. So what he's referring to is that Vietnam has always had you have to register, meaning you have to let the police, the local police in your ward, you have to let the local police know just your information. Just let them know you there, okay? And so Vietnamese have to do it, foreigners, everyone has to do it, okay? So it's just better. It's a good idea that you do that because then they can keep touch with you. They can not keep in touch. They just know where you are, right? It's just all about count, all right? And it keeps you safe as well because again, they will come a knocking. They will come a knocking if your landlord doesn't register you, or if they register you late, you're gonna have to pay. Because see, it's not just on your landlord. It used to be on your landlord that if they didn't pay or if they didn't register you in a certain amount of time, that your landlord would be punished. But now, for some reason, the law changed last year, is where now you're gonna get in trouble and just pay a fine, and then your landlord will get in trouble and they're gonna have to pay a fine. So just be on top of that because they're giving you, I think it's like, I mean, you're required by law to do it right away, but I think they give you something like 30 days or something like that, less than, like maybe 2 weeks or something like that. I'll do a video about it and then, I'll go in depth about it. But it's a thing. It's a thing. It wasn't a thing before, just a year ago, but it's a thing now that your landlord has to register you. Okay, you have to, no matter where you are. Um, and every time you switch accommodations in your hotel, the hotel should be registering you automatically. You need to inquire about that when you sign in or when you check in. And then you need to make sure that every time you leave the country for your border run or your holiday, you have to go, when you go back to your accommodation, you have to register again. That's every single time you leave the country, you have to register when you come back. Every time. Don't assume that because you're on a 1-year lease and you're the police already know you're there for a year, but they also know that when you scan your passport and they stamp you out, they know they get a little alert that says like you left. So you have to understand that they're waiting for you to come back, and they will come to you and knock on your door, and you will get in trouble for that. If you come back from your holiday and then you assume like, oh, I've already registered, that's cool. No, 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 no. You have to do that every time. Okay. Even if you are on the first month of your year lease and you have to go on a border run and you come back, just let them know, hey, I'm back. Okay. Trust me, you don't want to have smoke with these people, man. With those people at least. All right, thank you, really, Paul. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for reminding me about that. It's been a thing here. Like boots on the ground over the last few weeks, few months. It's been a thing. A lot of landlords have not been registering the new tenants, right? You guys, the fresh tenants. Okay, and you guys don't understand it, but if just it's very important. It's a very minor step that uh, that could trip you up, and that could get you deported, and that could get you little things. Excuse me, if they wanted to do it, and it doesn't cost a thing. Okay. Um, if they do charge you anything, it'll be like 50K, like 50,000. Excuse me, 50,000 VND. Okay, like max. If they're charging more than 50,000 VND, it's coffee money. Okay, and that's for speed. That's to get it back faster, and um, no bullshit. For example, to register me here, uh, because it's a home and it's not an apartment, it was different, right? And so these are things you have to understand is that they had my they were the police were trying to charge my landlord 1 million BND every month just to register me. That is not that's not okay. 1 million, which is like 40, a little over 40 USD, probably like $42 or something like that. Yeah, every month. When it only costs like really 35,000. But every every ward, every ward police is different. They charge different prices. Every ward is different. So it's important that if D3, let's just give me an example. If District 1, Ward 1, or Ward 12, they would charge two different prices, right? And even within the ward, so one ward police charges something different, another ward police would charge something different. So just understand that's why it's important to have somebody that knows what the F they're doing, because you don't know what you're doing, especially when you first get here and you're learning. Like, all you need to do is worry about taking care of your business, getting your body right, getting your mind right, and then living here. Okay? So it's important, man. I mean, I know a lot of you guys are like, you want to do it yourself and shit, but if you have um, the the smarts to talk to someone, and just pay the damn money. Like, let's be real. Just pay the money. Whatever they want, just pay the damn money and have a peace of mind. Okay? Like, I'm being honest with you. Like, even if it's not me, if it's someone else, just do it. Stop fucking around and worry about your future. Just saying, man, Vietnam's different, bro. Very different. All right, let's see what we got, man. Thank you, really, Pulley. Appreciate that, brother. All right, and Blissful Horizon says, he is the real deal. He has become my bro. Love it. Love you, man. For real. You are a great person. So, looking forward to seeing you next month. A couple weeks, actually. Uh-oh. Here we are. yeah, so anyways, on that note, you guys, man, let me go like this. I appreciate y'all, man, rocking with me, man. I didn't expect to do 2 hours here. Expect this to be about an hour and a half, but it is what it is, man. You guys are great. Appreciate it, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, man. This is the channel that will help you guys grow, man. Real deal, everyday expat life, living here in Vietnam, man. You can depend on me, man. I got you. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, man. KT Crew, much love to you guys. Peace.